Previously, the Standard put together a video about the formation of Lake Scugog. While I was researching for that video, I knew that the man who started the mill with the help of his sons was named William Purdy, an American. What I recently found out in further research was that his sons were named Jesse and Hazard. Yes, Hazard. It's rather unsurprising now to know about all the trouble caused by the mill and people's reactions to it. I'd like to say they had it coming to them if they let a guy named Hazard build the mill. Talk about an accident waiting to happen. But it turns out people actually had something to complain about when it came to the unintentional Lake Scugog formation. The increased water levels created the perfect environment for mosquitoes, something we still struggle with around the lake to a lesser degree though. It was so bad back then that people were constantly dying of sickness related to the water and mosquitoes. In fact, as many as 11 people died in just one day. Watson Kirk Connell, who wrote County of Victoria Centennial History, said that the sickness was so bad that, quote, there were hardly enough well men left to bury the dead. On one Sunday, 11 deaths were announced in Ops, and on another Sunday, 7 heads of families had been swept away. This sheds some light on the sentiments of the residents towards the mill and Lake Scugog at the time. In fact, this anger towards the mill never really seemed to cease. It was the instigator of a riot mentioned in our previous video, as well as one in 1847. In fact, during that attack, one of the men trying to destroy the mill, Tom Toole, accidentally fell inside and went through 2 mills, but miraculously survived. When asked how he survived, he simply threw it off by pointing out he had no time to take notes. And so it's been said he's created a new depth to the expression, going through the mill. In fact, this anger about the mill is what may have motivated another early settler in the area, Major Thomas Murphy, to get William Purdy, the creator of the mill, arrested and jailed in Coburg. It wasn't entirely clear in my research, so don't quote me on this part, but it sounds like Major Thomas Murphy actually framed William Purdy just to get him arrested. And when William Purdy was released, he angrily departed from Lindsay and left his son Hazard in charge of the mill. Really? Did you have to leave Hazard in charge? Well, yes he did, because by this time his son Jesse had become sick as well, which sounds like it was also related to the mill and the water levels. Also, in regards to one of our previous videos, in our video about why history matters, I mentioned that exercise was something that pioneers kind of got automatically. Well, I found an interesting example related to the mill in Lindsay's history. A 16-year-old girl once carried a bushel of grist 15 miles on her back from the mill. Kids, time to stop complaining about your chores. They're nothing compared to that. After all this talk about the mill and Lindsay, you may be wondering, where did Lindsay get its name? Or you may not be wondering, after all, I didn't really say it that many times in this video, and it's a rather common name. It could have been named after the founder or a dignitary in the same way Victoria County was named for Her Majesty. However, the story is both more sad and more touching. While a man named John Houston was plotting out the site for what became Lindsay, one of his assistants, whose name was Lindsay, was accidentally shot in the leg. Sadly, Mr. Lindsay died from that shot due to a fatal infection. Mr. Lindsay is said to be buried where the Lindsay Legion is located. In his honor, the town was named after him. And there you are, 5 facts about the Lindsay Mill. Do you live in Lindsay? Do you know any interesting history about it? Let us know in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out current news in the town of Lindsay and the surrounding Kawartha Lakes each week in the Standard News, available in print or on our website at www.thestandardnewspaper.ca. And if you have something going on in Lindsay you want everyone to hear about, contact us at our office by telephone at 905-985-6985 or email us at office-standard@powergate.ca. Have a great week, guys.